Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this revision series. This is your teacher Neha Pradeep Joshi. Uh, I think in last lectures we have covered the drama section. We have revised all those plays and everything. I have discussed questions with you as well. So if you still haven't watched those videos, then I'll suggest you to watch them before your exam so that you can revise everything appropriately and you can have some idea about what kind of questions will be there. I'm not saying that exact those questions will be there in your exam. Definitely, I'm not going to tell you that. But this is a general, uh, what I can say, idea about a type of questions which will be there. Okay, so go through those lectures carefully. And in today's lecture, I'm going to talk about important grammar topics. Now, in classroom, while covering the syllabus or even on in an online mode, when we cover the syllabus, we don't get enough time to focus on grammar. Okay, so I'm dedicating this lecture for grammar. I'm not going to teach you grammar, I'm just going to tell you what are you supposed to revise. Okay, in the whole year we have covered important grammar topics, and definitely only those topics will be there. Okay, so let me just tell you what kind of questions can you expect. See, the first, identify the tense and change the voice. See, these questions, they are like alphabets of grammar. It's like तुम्ही फर्स्ट स्टँडर्डमध्ये नंबर शिकलात, सेकंडमध्ये शिकलात, थर्डमध्ये शिकलात, पण म्हणून तुम्हाला फिफ्थमध्ये आल्यावरती कुणी पुन्हा रिवाईज करून 1 2 3 4 तर नाही ना शिकवलं. दिस इज जस्ट लाईक दॅट. This is the most basic part of English grammar. So that's why any kind of exam of English is there, then you have to consider these two grammar topics. First, identify the tense, and second, change the voice. Now, there is a lot of material provided to you on these topics. If you don't have it with you, then text me like that on the group. I'll share it once again. Okay, but you have to revise it. Maybe for 1 mark, 2 marks it will be there. Okay, but just you have to remember that if one question is there on change the voice, then second question will not come on change the voice only. Okay, each topic will have some kind of a weightage. So ek change the voice, then one example for identify the tense and so. Okay, yeah, and here I have added one instruction. Exam madhe there are sometimes some alternatives given to you, and you have to choose the correct answer. Okay, this is a new format to help you to get a correct answer, but it is already observed that lot of students get confused because of those options. So what I'll suggest you is, first you look at the sentence, look at the instruction, काय सांगितलं आहे, maybe change the voice आहे or identify the tense आहे, then prepare that answer or come up with that answer on your own. Okay, and then look for the correct answers option. तुम्ही डिरेक्टली ऑप्शनकडे पाहिलं, then there is a chance that you will get confused. To avoid that, first come up with your answer and then look for the options. Okay, this will be much better. Then first identify tense, change the voice. Now let us see next, prepositions and frame a WH question to get the underlined part as an answer. Okay, prepositions is also a very basic kind of a grammar. This was there even before 10th and in 11th as well. What I'll suggest you is know the meaning of each and every preposition. I think previously I have sent one PDF in which there is a meaning of each preposition, and then there are some examples. If you go through that, that is also sufficient. Or even if you look at your textbook on page number, I think 41 and 42, there is a basic introduction of that part as well. Go through that, know meaning of each and every preposition, that is enough. See, it will be there for 1 mark. So this is up to you, how much time are you going to spend on that. Okay. And then fourth one, frame a WH question to get the underlined part as an answer. Now this is a kind of a new grammar topic. I don't think that it was there in previous standards, but you have already studied WH questions. You know the structure. If you have some confusion, then I think I shared one PDF on WH questions as well. Go through that. आणि मी हे जे सांगते ह्यातलं काही मटेरियल तुमच्याकडे नसेल तर तसा ग्रुपवरती मेसेज करा, सो दॅट आय कॅन सेंड द मटेरियल वन्स अगेन. बट इफ इट इज रिक्वायर्ड देन ओनली, अदरवाइज तो फार इन्फॉर्मेशन ओव्हरडोस होतो. लॉट ऑफ सी ऑल द टीचर्स आर सेंडिंग लॉट ऑफ मटेरियल राईट नाव, सो आय जस्ट डोंट वॉन्ट टू give you that information overdose. That's why. But if you don't have it, then don't hesitate, tell me that we don't have that material, I'll send it once again. Okay. Yeah, I think in your textbook page number 41 and 42 there is a basic introduction. You can go through that, and then frame a WH question to get the underlined part as an answer. Yeah, I think I repeated this. For that, know the meaning of each and every WH question. When, why, how, where, what, which, and so. I think there are 7 to 8 WH questions. They start with WH and they give you proper answer. They give you proper information. Okay, this is the basic difference between WH and verbal. If I ask you, do you like coffee? Then you can simply tell me yes or no. This is opinion, not information. Okay. But if I ask you what kind of food would you like to order, then I'm seeking for information. Okay. Whatever the answer is, that is an information. So this is why you have to pay attention to that structure. I think this question is there in Pillars of Democracy. That there is one part underlined and you have to get that part as an answer. What I'll do, I'll send you one question bank on grammar as well. 5 questions for each grammar topic. You can practice with that. Now it is up to you. If you have any confusion regarding any topic, then let me know so that I can arrange a separate lecture only for that topic. I'm not going to generalize it. If you have the problem, then tell me. Okay. Yeah. Then next, modal auxiliary. Now this is also basic kind of a question. It was there, I think, in 10th as well. It will be asked for 1 mark, but I think you should know about it. And see the structure of the instruction. Question will be like, rewrite the given sentence by using modal auxiliary of. Okay. Maybe in the exam while asking you the question, in that sentence there will be one modal auxiliary already used. एक already use केलेली असेल. So you have to remove that and you have to use another modal auxiliary. Okay. एकाच sentence मध्ये 2 modals असणार नाहीत. That is not a structure of modal auxiliary. Okay. When you add modal auxiliary in your sentence, that should come after your subject, before your main verb. Okay. I can do it. I, subject, can, modal auxiliary, do, main verb, and remaining part. Okay. So after the subject and before the main verb, your modal auxiliary should come. Okay. You have to keep that in your mind, that position of modal auxiliary is very important. It always comes in second position. Okay. So yeah, see, I have added one example over here. He might score well in this exam. Rewrite the sentence by using modal of compulsion. Okay. Here I have added a list. If I want to add a quality of compulsion, then I should add must. If advice or suggestion is the quality, then it has to be should. For ability, we use can. For permission, may. Probability, might. Okay. Now in this question, he might score well in the exam. I'm here talking about a possibility or probability. Yeah. He might or might not. I'm not sure about it. Okay. Now I have to rewrite the sentence by using modal of compulsion. Okay. He has to. Okay. Karavats lagel. In that way, if it is there, then it should be he must. Okay. Go through this list. Okay. He must score well in this exam. See, if you are hearing any kind of background voice, then it is only because I cannot record it at home or even outside, because we have Palki right now and I am in the garden right now and I am recording this lecture. So if there is any kind of a noise, then I am sorry for that. Okay, but I hope that my voice is audible enough. Yeah, this is modal auxiliary. What I'll do, I'll send you some examples. You can practice with that. Then the next part, adjective degree. This is also again very common kind of grammar topic. And as it was added in your textbook this year, you have to focus on that as well. We have prepared for that before. आपण आणि हे स्कूलमध्ये सुद्धा केलेलं असतं. गुड, बेटर, बेस्ट, or beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful, the most beautiful, right? What sometimes happens is we are so much confident about it that we make silly mistakes. Okay. In comparative, you have to add than. In superlative, you have to add the and the third form of the adjective. Okay. See the instruction clearly. In the exam, they will simply put it very clearly like this, that rewrite the sentence by using adjective degree, maybe positive degree or comparative or superlative. So focus on that, pay attention, go through the instruction very well and see that whether you have added each part of that degree or not. If it is comparative, then the second form of the adjective, or more than, somehow like that. And in superlative, it should be the, most, or the third form if it is there. Now in case like good, better, best, then I won't say the most best, right? I just have to say she is the best student or somehow like that. Okay. See, अगदी एक छोटीशी मिस्टेक पण होऊ शकते. That can be silly, but that will cost you at least a half a mark, and I don't want that to happen. That's why I'm covering these points. And then last part, simple, compound and complex sentences. Now this question will be there and we haven't discussed much about it. I think I talked about it in one lecture. So I'll just revise that part and then we'll stop. Okay. Now see, simple, compound and complex sentences. What is that basically? I have added some points here. Simple sentences, what? The sentences that we normally make. I open the door, I go to the school, he catches the ball, they go to the movie, or somehow like that. Okay. There is one subject, one verb, one action, one object and one action. There is nothing complicated in that sentence. Normally while speaking or while writing, we use simple sentences. Okay. Up to this standard, previous तुमची जी काही language असेल in the textbook, that was mostly written in simple sentences. Now as you go forward in the advanced standards, the quality of the language increases and then you have complex structures. That's why this grammar topic is important. Okay. The first is simple, one action. Second, compound. Now compound is what? Through If there are science students, you can easily understand. And compound is what? There is no one element. There are many things brought together, right? So in this case, we are not talking about many things. There are only two things. Compound is what? When two actions are combined, when there are two main clauses. Okay? If you remove the second clause, then also the first clause or whichever the clause remains, that has a meaning of its own. You have to know this. Okay, I'll give you some examples so that you can understand it. And the conjunction which is used is and. Compound ओळखायची सोपी ट्रिक ही आहे की if it is a lengthy sentence and if there is and, then definitely that is compound sentence. Okay, for example, I booked tickets for the movie and I went to watch the movie with my friends. Okay, so there are two actions. First, I did the booking, and second, I went to the movie. Okay, if I remove the second part, if I just simply put it like this, I booked tickets for the movie. Okay, this is main clause, right? There is one subject, one verb, one object. It is meaningful in itself. Okay, so what have I done in this sentence? I have combined two complete actions with help of a conjunction and. Okay, see this over here. I opened the window. Subject, verb, object. One clear action, one complete action. Okay, I opened a window. हा पुढचा सेंटेन्सचा पार्ट नसला तरी ही ॲक्शन मला क्लिअर आहे, राईट? दिस इज अ सिम्पल सेंटेन्स नाव. And I saw a beautiful sunrise. Now this is what? I have added another action. There are two clauses now because there are two actions. One clause stands for one action. Now here are two actions. That means there are two clauses and both clauses are main clauses because they are meaningful, they are complete. Okay, they are not dependent upon each other. Okay, so this is compound. When you look at the sentence, find these hints or look for these hints. Okay, and third part, this is as it is revealed in the title, this is complex sentences. From now onwards you have to deal with this kind of sentences all the time. Okay, see आता difference काय आहे. First let me tell you about complex sentence. There are also two actions. In complex sentence, in one complex sentence, there are two actions. There are two clauses, just like compound. There are also two clauses. But what is the difference? In complex, there is one main clause and one subordinate clause. Okay? Which means that in subordinate clause, the action is not completed. If I have to get to know the meaning of the sentence, then I have to need to know both the clauses. असं होणार नाही की मी फक्त सबऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज कन्सिडर केला तर मला सेंटेन्सचा मिनिंग लक्षात आलं. नो, बिकॉज इट इज इनकम्प्लीट. लेट मी गिव्ह यू एन एक्झाम्पल ऑफ दॅट. दिस इज वन अँड या one another part that you should look for while finding out what type of sentence it is. In compound there is and, conjunction and, but in complex there are different conjunctions as, while, when, therefore, because or so. I think this I forgot to add the page number of that, but I think it is there in Call of the Soil. Yes, I think it is in brainstorming मध्ये हा पार्ट आहे. there they have asked you to find the compound and complex sentences. ओके, त्यामध्ये ती लिस्ट आहे. गो थ्रू दॅट. एक बेसिक डिफरन्स फक्त लक्षात ठेवायचा. फॉर कंपाऊंड द कंजंक्शन इज and for complex there are different conjunctions and will not be used in complex sentence. Okay, so if you see two actions in one sentence but there is no and, then definitely that is complex sentence. Okay, now this is the basic, and the question is somehow different in the exam. They will give you one type of sentence and they will ask you to change that sentence in a different form of a sentence. Okay, suppose complex sentence is there, then you have to change it in compound. ओके, कंपाऊंड करायचं म्हणजे काय करायचं, यू हॅव टू फाइंड आउट टू ॲक्शन्स, यू हॅव टू सिम्प्लिफाय दोज ॲक्शन्स अँड यू हॅव टू कंबाईन देम विथ अँड. दिस इज वॉट यू आर सपोज टू डू. ओके, फॉर एक्झाम्पल, व्हाईल वॉकिंग ऑन द रोड I saw a cute kitten. Now first of all tell me what is the main clause and what is the subordinate clause. Main clause is complete in itself. Okay, so the second part of the sentence, I saw a cute kitten. Okay, I don't need to know about anything else. If I simply say I saw a cute kitten, one subject, one verb and one object, so it is complete in itself. This is main clause. And there is an addition that is added in the beginning, while walking on the road, comma. Okay, while walking on the road. But if I remove the next part and if I simply say while walking on the road, is it complete in itself? No. While walking on the road, then what? Action is not completed, so this part of the sentence is subordinate clause. Okay, and now you have to change this type of a sentence in compound. So first of all you have to find out two actions. There are two actions now, walking on the road and seeing a cute kitten, right? So या दोन actions simplify करून घेतले आपण and we just have to combine them with and. So the answer can be I was walking, कारण तिथे वॉकिंग दिसतंय ING आहे, यू कॅन यूज इट ॲज इट इज ऑर यू कॅन इवन सिम्प्लिफाय दॅट. नेक्स्ट पार्टमध्ये सेंटेन्सच्या सी सॉ, सो देर इज सिम्पल पास्ट टेन्स इन सेकंड पार्ट ऑफ द सेंटेन्स. यू कॅन डू इट इन द फर्स्ट पार्ट एज वेल. सो यू कॅन से आय वॉकड ऑन द रोड and I saw a cute kitten. Now both the clauses are independent, they have a meaning, they are meaningful in themselves, so this is compound sentence. Okay, maybe अशा प्रकारचा एखादा क्वेश्चन एक्झाममध्ये विचारलं जाईल. If it is there, then just have this idea for compound usage of and for complex other conjunction than and. इतकं जरी लक्षात ठेवलं तरी इनफ आहे. अँड वन मोर इम्पॉर्टंट थिंग, आता युनिट टेस्टमध्ये सुद्धा मी हे ऑब्झर्व केलं आहे दॅट वेन यू आर आस्क्ड टू डू अ कंपाऊंड सेंटेन्स, तेव्हा जे कंजंक्शन यूज केलं आहे, सपोज इन दिस व्हाईल हे कंजंक्शन यूज केलं आहे, यू हॅव टू रिमूव्ह दॅट. हां, ते ॲज इट इज कॉपी नाही करायचं. कंपाऊंडमध्ये कंजंक्शन इज ओनली अँड, no other kind of conjunction is used in compound sentence. हे लक्षात ठेवा. Okay, so if it is a question rewrite as a compound, then it should be only with and, nothing else. So if another conjunction is there, you have to remove it. Okay, see the answer, I was walking or I walked on the road, while remove केला आहे. This is one thing. Again, this is a kind of a silly mistake that most of the time students do, and I don't want that to happen. That's why I am telling you this. Even you can find that this is too childish. Who needs that kind of explanation? But see, go through that. Don't be overconfident. Maybe because of that you'll lose half a mark. तसं पण नको व्हायला. What I'll do after this, I'll send you a question bank on grammar topics. You can go through them, try to answer each question. Even that much in revision is enough, because the weightage to the grammar section is I think 7 to 8 marks. Okay, so don't spend lot of time, but yes, in a moderation. If you revise all the questions, all the topics, then that is enough from exam perspective. And then just one more point, there is one question, spot the error in your paper. Okay, in that question, a sentence will be deliberately wrong. There is some part of the sentence which is wrong. So spot the error madhe, what do you have to find? First, think about subject verb agreement. Okay, if I say I are walking on the road, I are, that is never correct, right? I am should be there. This is subject verb agreement. According to the subject, your verb should be there. Okay, in this way, or even singular, plural, have, has, third person singular, these are some minor elements of the sentence, but they are very important. Even though they are minor, they make the sentence complete in itself, so you have to pay attention to that. I think this point will be covered when you revise for that identify the tense and change the voice. त्यामध्ये हा पार्ट तुमचा क्लिअर होईल. बट स्पॉट द एररमध्ये सब्जेक्ट वर्ब ॲग्रीमेंट, सिंग्युलर, प्लुरल, these are some, or even prepositions, but nothing that kind of I don't think that anything will be that much complex. For spot the error, you should focus more on subject verb agreement and singular plural forms. Okay, that is enough for grammar topic. After this, today only I'll send you grammar question bank, drama section question bank, and writing skill question bank. Okay, go through all that before the exam. Go through the revision series, revise the entire syllabus with help of those lectures, so that you can have some idea about the questions as well. Okay, how to write the answers अशा अर्थाने. क्वेश्चन्स म्हणजे क्वेश्चन्स नाहीत. डोंट गेट टू मच एक्सायटेड दॅट मॅडमनी खरोखर क्वेश्चन सांगितले आहेत का. नो, आय हॅवंट टोल्ड यू द क्वेश्चन्स, बट आय हॅव टोल्ड यू हाऊ टू आन्सर any kind of a question. So for that, go through the revision series and go through the question bank, which will be sent shortly. All the best for your preparation, and thank you for your attention.